We apologize for the hiccups that we face with Facebook Live. Now we can resume finally, right? Okay, so what we do is we actually started a new video. So for those of you who from the previous video, hopefully you are able to join us back in the new video. We are going to resume what we talked about just now before we got interrupted. Yeah. So as I was saying that between the year 2000 and 2019, yeah, there are about 850,000 pangolins that were being trafficked, yeah, trafficked internationally. So means that while we are not able to calculate the total population of pangolins, we know how many are being killed or being illegally transported from one country to another. Yeah. So Malaysia, like I mentioned much earlier, is home to one of the species, yeah, that is categorized as critically endangered, yeah, which is the Sunda pangolin. Okay. So it is also known, Malaysia, yeah, we are talking about Malaysia, also known to be a source and transit country in the global pangolin trade, including those from Africa. Means that the 4 species of pangolin from Africa, which is the black-bellied pangolin, white-bellied pangolin, the giant ground pangolin, as well as the tamic ground pangolin. These 4 are from Africa, but then when they are being illegally traded, this is where they transit, right? Seizure records actually show that it is in the top 10 countries, yeah, with the highest incidence of international trafficking of pangolins and their parts. Their parts means their body parts, yeah, along with neighboring country like Indonesia. Malaysia has been identified as one of the priority countries of origin and recipients for large shipments of pangolins, either live or dead, or of pangolin scales and other body parts. Malaysia, yeah. Now, we will stop here for a while. Then we will go to the workshop where we are going to do a bookmark. And then while doing the bookmark, then we will share more information of why we need to really take care and also understand about this creature and why we need to make sure that we can actually avoid or ensure that this creature is no longer in the category of critically endangered creatures. Okay, right. So today what we are going to do, we are going to make a bookmark. Now back in those days when I was younger, I remember most of us, yeah, during our generation, the kids during our generation, we like to make our own bookmarks. Because bookmarks, if let's say you want to buy from outside, it is expensive. So usually we will make our own. I'm not sure about the young generation nowadays because I don't see them reading books. Even if they do, they would want those fancy bookmarks like what they can find in the market, which can be very expensive. That is the reason why today we are going to do a bookmark. One of the reasons also because we want to encourage the kids to read, yeah. So what are the materials that we will be needing? Now for those of you who have already pre-registered with us, I am pretty sure you have already received the material list. For those of you who join us only today, don't worry, we will go through the materials together, all right? First and foremost, we will need thin cardboard. Yeah, you can actually find this type of cardboard from those cosmetics or skincare products. If let's say you have, it comes in boxes, yeah. And also tissue box, face mask box, cereal box. So those can be used. Or if let's say you have those unwanted manila cardboard, it can be used as well. So this is the main material that you will be using. And then of course, you will need some colored paper. Yeah. So if let's say you have those recycled one or those unwanted ones, then now it comes in handy. Or you can actually use those crepe paper. Yeah, so if let's say you have some different colors crepe paper left over from all those gift wrapping or hamper wrapping, then you can use it. Alternatively, you can also use plastic bottles, yeah, or any sorts of plastic materials that you got from takeaway food or delivery. All right, that one is a little bit more difficult to cut. All right, then of course you can also use wrapping paper. Wrapping paper, we are talking about recycled ones, yeah, or those that you do not need anymore, right? Like those, if let's say you have received gifts during Christmas or during your birthdays, if you keep all those wrapping papers, you can actually use them. Alternatively, you can also use paper bags, yeah, paper bags, right? So why do we need all these colored papers? These are for us to do the scales. If let's say you want it to be a little bit more 3D look. Otherwise, you can also use magic pen to color in. Alright. Now we do not recommend you to use color pencil, crayons, or in fact watercolor, because over time it will stain your book. Yeah. So magic color, or what we call as markers, are a better choice in this situation. All right, and then of course we will need pencil, eraser, as well as ruler. If let's say you have one with you, it will come in handy. And then we need scissors, cutter, right? And then we will need glue stick. If let's say you are using paper materials, if let's say you are using plastic materials, yeah, then you will need hot glue gun or UHU glue, right? And then you need a black marker, right? Optionally, you can also prepare ribbons. Yeah, this ribbon is so that if let's say you want a what do you call that? A bookmark that comes together with the ribbon, then actually we can punch a hole and then we can put the ribbon and tie a ribbon on top. Okay, so that when you put your book, put it on in the middle of the in the middle of the book, then at least you can see where you stop, right? But today, the version that we are going to do is what I like best. It doesn't really jut out, yeah. It doesn't have the ribbon on top, but you can actually put it to slip on two pages of the book. Okay, so that is why we are going to use both sides of the box, right? So what you need to do is you find a box that already have the fold line, yeah. So the top line is where you are going to fold. If let's say you have a smaller box or a bigger box, but you don't want to use the whole box, what you need to do is you cut out half the surface that you want, and then you fold it half, yeah. Fold it half. So this is the top, okay? And then bottom is where the end part is, okay? Then after that, we are going to draw it here because we will need this folded part so that we can slot into our pages, right? So this will be what we are going to use today. Now, for those of you who prefer to have the other version, which is the version where you punch hole and then you tie ribbon, all you need to do is one layer will do, okay? Just one piece will do, right? You don't have to make two, okay? So that is what we will need, just a small piece of cardboard, all right? So my size is actually 8 cm by 8 cm, yeah? Yeah, 8 cm by 8 cm. So that is the size that I will be using. Now, of course, if let's say you want it to be bigger, smaller, is entirely up to you, all right? So first and foremost, we are going to draw the pangolin, all right? So you need a pencil to draw it first. Now, I am going to draw a roll-up pangolin because it looks cuter, right? So a roll-up pangolin looks like a C, okay? A big C. So that is what we are going to do. So I am going to draw it first, then after that I will show you the outline of it, right? So first and foremost, for those of you who know how to draw a big C, so you can draw a big C. Now, for those of you who are also doing the same method as me, make sure you decide the folded part, yeah, whether you want it to be the body or the head. Okay, then you start. All right. So for me, I will do the folded part as the part of the body. So that is why I will make sure that my head is somewhere else. All right. So that that is a connection, yeah. So let's draw a big C. Make full use of the paper or the cardboard. All right. And then after that, I will show you. All right. Now this is the outline. Not sure whether you can see it. Yeah. So this is the outline. I will use a black marker to draw it so that it's easier for you to see. All right. So a big C with the body joining to the folded line. Of the cardboard. Okay. Right. So this is where the folded line is, yeah. So this is where my body is. And then this is the mouth. Okay, the head, and then this is where the tail is. All right. So this is how it looks like. Now, if let's say you want to do a 2D version, you can do the same one. Okay, you just need to know where you want to punch the hole, whether it is the body part or the head part. Okay, you can punch a hole near your head part or you can punch a hole near your body part. Then you can actually turn it upside down. Okay, all right. So this is a big C. Okay, so we will start from the top and then we draw. Okay, draw it downwards towards here, and then make sure that there is a little bit of joint so that it doesn't, when we cut, it will not fall off, yeah. And then after that, we continue on to the tail. Okay, continue on to the tail. All right, and then next we are going to draw the part where the hands are. Okay, we will not draw the leg, we will only draw the front of the hand. Okay. So this is how, as simple as this. Okay, so you have this here, as well as the other one is at the other side, where it is here. Okay, let me just point it out to you. Okay, so tiny hands is good enough. All right, and then after that, we will draw one part, because pangolin, one side, the front part is actually, the top part is actually scaled, but the bottom part of the body is actually smooth. Yeah, so that's why we have to differentiate it. So we will differentiate the other part. Okay, so we draw a line in the middle here. Okay, we draw a line in the middle. All right, so basically this is how our pangolin will look like. Okay, this is the outline. Now, for those of you who plan to color them with markers, so this is where you can start to color them in, yeah. But if can, leave the face first. You can start coloring them from the tail onwards, all the way up, okay? Because we need to also draw the eyes, yeah. So eyes area is up to you, whether you want it to be smiley eyes, or you want it to be a big round eyes. Okay, it's up to you. If you want to make it look cute, then you can even put eyelash on it. Yeah. So for us, we are going to just draw a tiny smiley eyes. Okay, so we will put eyes, and then after that we are going to put the nose. Okay, so this is how it will look like now. So we have the smiley eyes, okay, curl up, and then there's the nose, tiny nose, yeah, all right. And then after that, we can first color them first, and then after that, we will draw the scale on. So this is one part. For those of you who actually prefer to stick colored papers to make it a little bit more 3D look, you can, what you do is, you take different colors, because we want to make it look nice, right? Rainbow color if can. Then what you do is, you cut according to the shape of a leaf. Okay, so let me just show you. Let's just cut off part of this. And then after that, we will cut leaf shape. Okay. Now, because the entire body is actually very small, so when you cut, it can't be too big, yeah. So it has to be small as this as well. So if let's say we were to draw it, it should look something like this. Okay, it's like a V shape, but then it's curved, right? Then you can cut a lot. And then after that, when you stick it on, you can start from the tail, and then you can stick it on all the way, yeah, all the way to the head area, okay? But the lower part of the body, you can color them in, okay? You can color them in with markers. Don't stick, because the top part is scaled, but then the bottom part of the body is actually smooth. And then we also don't stick the hand part, okay? We don't stick the hand part, right? So this is basically how it would look like. So for me, I am going to color in rainbow color, because I want it to look cute. So let's start from the bottom. Now, how you want to color them is up to you. In terms of color combination, again, we will leave it up to you how you want to color them, yeah. For me, I will start with red. Okay, and then I will continue on with orange. Very light orange. Okay, and then after that, yellow. So we will choose a darker shade of yellow so that you can see it. Okay. And then after that, we will choose green. Right? Any types of green will do. Okay, so halfway is done. So if let's say you want to see, so this is how my pangolin look like now. Alright, and then after that, I will continue on with other colors. So next, we will do blue. Okay, we will do blue. And then I will do purple. Let's take this light purple. Okay. So we continue on. All right. And then after that, we will take a very dark blue. And I am going to add additional color, which is also a popular color, which is pink, at the top of the head. pink. Let's take shocking pink. All right. So now this is my pangolin, rainbow colored. Okay, now I am going to color in the body, the lower part of the body, as well as the hands. Yeah, so that we will take a light shade of brown. Yeah, a light shade of brown, and then we can color it in. So you can put a light shade of brown as the body. Okay, and then a darker shade of brown for the hands area. Okay. So for those of you who are going to cut and paste, make sure you leave the lower body for color in, yeah, because that part is not scaled. Okay, so I have my lower body, lighter shade of brown, and then I am going to take a darker shade of brown for the hands. All right. Okay. So far, this is how it looks like, right? Hopefully you are also able to do this. Okay, and then next we are going to draw the scale. Now to draw the scale is very easy. What you need to do is a marker pen, and then after that you are going to do upside down V, okay, or zigzag across the body where you want the scale to be. So basically from the tail all the way to the head area is actually scaled. So you can draw lots of zigzag or lots of upside down V. Okay, so we are going to start from the head now. Okay, so after that we are going to draw more. So this is how we are going to continue on, if you can see. So from one look it looks like a hedgehog, but hedgehog is round. Yeah, this one is actually long. Yeah, so that is why some people say that, oh, it looks like hedgehog, but it's actually not hedgehog. Yeah. Okay, so we can continue on to draw. Yeah, continue on to draw, and then while you continue, we are going to talk a little bit more about the pangolin. Yeah, right. So just now we actually mentioned that Malaysia is actually a popular country where they actually transit the illegal pangolins. Yeah. Why to me is personally I think I know why, which I am going to share it with you as well. Okay, but we will put in a little bit of statistics as to why we actually highlight this issue. Okay, now in the year 2019, on 7th of February, yeah, the authorities in Malaysia actually make the biggest pangolin trafficking bust, yeah, that our country has ever seen. Okay, police raided a warehouse and a factory in Sabah, yeah, actually in Kota Kinabalu, right? They actually seized more than 30 tons of pangolin products. 30 tons is actually 30,000 kgs, yeah. So 30,000 kgs, yeah, of pangolin products. Now this include 1,800 boxes of frozen pangolin, the actual pangolin, yeah, and nearly 800 pounds of pangolin scales. Now 800 pounds is actually equivalent to 363 kg of the scales, yeah. It is actually the total product that they seize actually worth at least 2 million US dollars. Yeah. So a group, wildlife actually trade protector, yeah, called Traffic. They actually say that Sabah is a major hub in pangolin trafficking from Africa to Asia. Now, since August 2017, more than 40 tons equivalent to 40,000 kg of smuggled pangolins have passed through Sabah. Yeah, from there, illegal shipments might go to either China or Vietnam, where these two countries are actually the biggest importers, yeah, of pangolins. All right. So demand has actually increased so sharply in recent decades that the pangolin is thought to be the world's most trafficked non-human mammals. Yeah. The pangolins that was seized in Sabah, yeah, in 2019 is actually from Malaysia. So imagine that. Yeah, $2 million worth of products, yeah, and scales. It's actually from the pangolins, the Sunda pangolins in Malaysia. Okay, but because of this huge demand, Asia is no longer able to sustain. Yeah, so that is why they are actually diverting to get the supplies from Africa. Yeah, so that is why we actually have to make sure that we really protect this creature. All right. Now, why do you think that this is still happening despite lots of efforts being put in to actually protect the animal? Well, actually, I think the law that govern it is not, now this is my personal opinion, yeah, it's actually not very serious, not very severe. So that is why the penalty is actually too light. So that is why they are still repeating it. Now, of course, there are laws governing it. It's just that maybe it's really like, it's not very heavy penalty. So that is why the smugglers or the traders, yeah, the illegal traders are still doing it. Now, there are different laws covering the regions of Peninsular Malaysia, Sabah and Sarawak. Now, these laws, right, they actually mention that if, let's say, anyone found hunting or keeping pangolin is liable to fines or penalty, yeah, monetary penalty, up to RM100,000 ringgit. 3 years in prison or both. So 100,000 ringgit, what is that? You know, that is why I think the law has to be straighter. Okay. Now in Sabah, they also say that, you know, it's a total protected animals, yeah, or creature, and those who are in possession or is found hunting is punishable by fines between 50,000 to 250,000 ringgit. Again, 250,000 ringgit. Or 1 to 5 years in prison, or both. So that is in Sabah. In Sarawak, it is actually much lesser in terms of penalty, or much lighter. Okay, so it says that if, let's say, you actually hunt or have a possession, yeah, of pangolin, is punishable by a fine of 10,000 ringgit and 1 year in prison. So, you know, the highest fine is actually 200,050 ringgit or 5 years in prison. So it's actually very light in terms of the penalty. Okay, so that is the reason why most of the time the illegal traders or poachers, they can actually pay the fine and then they are free to go, and then they may repeat their offense. So that is the reason why we need to demand for a stricter law governing or protecting this creature from being critically endangered. Yeah, otherwise then it will be extinct and we don't even know. Now personally, I'm not sure how many of you have seen a real pangolin. I have not, okay, let alone our kids. Yeah, so that is the reason why, more so the reason why we need to protect them, right? Now, why do people actually want to buy pangolin? Yeah, so most of the times, okay, the most popular part of the body is actually the scales. Yeah, so it is actually used in traditional medicines. All right. Now, their scales are very unique. Actually, it is made from keratin. Now, keratin is like the same material like our hair, our nails. So if let's say you want to know how hard is the scale for the pangolin, you can check your nails. Yeah, it's the same. Okay. So they are made into powder and they are used as traditional medicine and remedies to treat a range of ailments. Yeah, it can be from menstrual problem to asthma. Though there is no scientific proof of its effectiveness, but people are still using it. Yeah, just like rhino horns. Yeah, rhino horns, a lot of people are hunting for rhino horns for the same reason, for traditional medicine. But whether it is really effective, nobody knows. Yeah, right? So in some Asian countries, pangolin meat is a delicacy for the ultra-rich community. That is why they buy, and it's actually a form of status that you can afford to eat pangolin meat, just like shark fins. Yeah, so that is why that is also a high demand, especially in the recent years. Yeah, we have seen that in China and Vietnam, a lot of them actually import pangolin for the meat. Yeah. There are also demands in the American countries, yeah, for their skin to be used to make leather products like boots, handbags, and belts, right? So that is why they say that, you know, it is actually, if you kill a pangolin, you can actually make full use of the whole pangolin. But the point is that we are not supposed to kill them because they are actually endangered or critically endangered animals. Yeah, right? So that is why it is very important for our younger generation to play a role, yeah, to create awareness so that we can actually protect these animals. Yeah, just like how we actually stop eating shark fin, yeah, or drinking shark fin soup. So it is the same for pangolin as well. Yeah. So this is how my pangolin look like now. Next thing is I am going to cut it. Yeah. At the outline area. Now, how can we actually help to protect these pangolins? Yeah. First and foremost, of course, it is through education. Yeah. You have to understand their habitat, and also at the same time you need to create awareness. Yeah, spread the words, yeah, through education to your friends and family. Nothing spreads better than word of mouth. Yeah, so that is why it is important that you inform those that are close to you, your friends and your family, about pangolins, and tell them or remind them not to consume or to buy pangolin products. Yeah, because we won't know. So it is also important that we have to ask what kind of meat, what kind of skin, you know, what are the materials used for everything that we buy, right? So this is my completed bookmark. So here you can actually open it up. Now, of course, here you can actually draw, again, the same thing, like the front. And then if let's say you have a book, I don't have a book with me currently. So assuming this is a book, yeah. Okay, so we have a book here. So what we do is, if let's say this is where we stop, and then we will take one page up, and then we will slot this in. And there you go. And from the outside, you can actually see where you stop. So this is why I like this, because why it's not jutting out, and then you know where you actually stop. Okay? All right? So if let's say you want to read or continue back where you stop, you just need to open it up. And there is your pangolin. Now for those of you who actually made one side, you can actually punch hole and then put the tie a ribbon, and then you can actually also put in, slot in, then you will see the ribbon here. Okay, so that is another way, but I prefer to have this, so that I don't like to see things jutting up from my book, so that is why I prefer to put something that is flat, but still I can know where I stop. Yeah, so that is a bookmark. So now we talk about awareness. This is what we have been doing currently. Yeah, we are doing it. We inform you about this critically endangered creature. Hopefully you will spread the awareness that you learn from this session, and then after that to continue to influence the community. Yeah, because we won't know, we will never know. Those Chinese medical hall, yeah, may or may not, I'm not sure, may or may not have this. Yeah, so you need to know. All right. Second thing is, you can actually report illegal activity if you see pangolin trafficking, sale, or consumption in restaurants or business establishments. Yeah, so like I mentioned just now, if let's say you have found that somebody has actually sell the powder form of the scale, for example, or the meat, for example, yeah, so you can actually report them. Okay, you can actually contact the local authorities or conservation group, which will be able to offer advice. Now, do bear in mind, yeah, there is no one who are given the license to transport, trade, or sell pangolin related products. Yeah. So if let's say there is, then they tell you that, oh, it is legal, don't believe them. Okay, so make sure you straight away call your local authorities and inform them, and let them take the next course of action. Right? If you come across evidence of pangolin poaching or smuggling, okay, in Malaysia, you can actually call My Cat Wildlife Crime Hotline. Okay, I will give you the phone number just in case. Yeah, so it is 019-356-4194. Okay, this hotline is actually operated by a coalition of conservation NGOs and supported by Perhilitan. Yeah, Perhilitan is actually Malaysian Wildlife Department. So make sure you take action. Now, some of us say, it's not my problem, okay? But please don't. If let's say you suspect that it happens, please make sure you do something, yeah? So that is how we can actually enforce and also to protect them, right? Now, of course, being a consumer, just make sure you do not consume or use any pangolin products, yeah? Regardless whether they tell you that, oh, this is very good product for health. No. Please don't. All right, it is illegal. All right, and then of course we will need to support our wildlife advocacy groups that are trying to protect them. Yeah, there are a few, like I mentioned, the Traffic Wildlife Trade Monitoring Network. Okay, and then we have the Wildlife Conservation Society, and then of course in Malaysia we have the more popular one, which is the WWF. Okay, so you can actually go to their website and see how you can actually contribute and protect this group of very shy and harmless creature. They are actually very shy. They can actually protect themselves even from lions and tigers. Yeah. So how they do? They actually roll it into a ball so that they have the scales on the outside. Then it will not be eaten. Yeah. But unfortunately, human beings are still able to catch them. Yeah, and kill them. So that is why it is very important that we play a role. We may not be able to do a lot as an individual, yeah, but if let's say all of us put in a little bit of effort, yeah, then it will become a very big initiative, yeah. Because at the end of the day, first and foremost, we need to demand a straighter enforcement or law, okay, governing this creature. Means that we need to make sure that the smugglers or the traders, yeah, should be fined or should be given a straighter penalty from the existing ones. Yeah, so that is one. Second thing is, of course, we need to create awareness. Yeah, just like how we actually did for shark fins. Yeah, so that is why you can see that the demand for shark fin now is actually much lower compared to last time. So we can actually do the same for pangolins as well. Just that we have to do it aggressively and in a large scale, in the sense that we have to influence everyone around us. Yeah, why pangolins are being a very hot issue currently is because for the last 10 years, yeah, especially, they have been in great demands, yeah. So of course, when we stop when we enforce that we should not kill all these creature, they may have something else that come out, but we need to do something as well, okay? So please make sure you continue to get knowledge and share or spread the knowledge around your friends and families so that we can create a community that understand and also to push for a better environment, yeah, for pangolins. Now, pangolins, yes, some of you may say that, oh, okay, because we also do deforestation, maybe that is the reason why they are also being killed. Yes, but the more critical one is still the smuggling and the illegal trades, yeah. So that is why we need to make sure that won't happen. All right, so that is all for today's topic. I hope you have found or gained some insights about pangolin. If you need more information, you can actually go to WWF, yeah, to find out more information, or you can actually get more information from the National Geographic website. All right, there are more information as well as how you can actually help to protect this creature. Okay, so I hope you have enjoyed the session. Like I mentioned much earlier, today is actually the 3rd Saturday of February. So always remember, World Pangolin Day is actually happening every 3rd Saturday, yeah, of February. Not just on 19, yeah, it may be on a different date, but it's always on a 3rd Saturday, right? So next week, it will be the last week of February, and then we will proceed to March. Now, March, what is going to happen? We are going to do something different. We are going to invite a kid, yeah, one kid in a month, yeah, from our fan, yeah, or from the public to join us in the session for the FB Live, meaning that they will have to decide what activities to do. We will have a topic, like for example, we will say, okay, it is World Pangolin Day. Then they will have to decide what they want to do, and then they will show you how to do it step by step. Yeah. So if let's say you would like your kid to be featured on our Facebook Live, you can actually write to us. Also, you can WhatsApp us. I'm pretty sure you have our number. If you do not have a number, please make sure you type into the comment section and let us know your interest. Yeah. Now, it can be done on site at our center. Most of the time is at our center, at Tropicana Gardens Mall, yeah, Kota Damansara. Or it could be on other location, like probably sometimes we do collaborations with other clients, yeah. Then if let's say you are nearby that area, then we will, you can actually join us. Otherwise, we can actually do it through virtual, means that you can actually do it from your home, and then I am going to do it from where I am, yeah. Then we will invite you to join our live, yeah, virtually, right? So it will start in March. What we will do is we will decide on the theme, yeah, and then after that we will give you probably about 2 weeks to think about what you want to do, and then after that we will do the live together. Could be together as in next to each other, or together as in on the same page on our Facebook live. All right, so March, most likely it will be either the 3rd week or 4th week of March, because we need time to collect all the information or all the interested kids, yeah. Because ultimately, for FB Live, why we actually host FB Live, apart from spreading knowledge, yeah, about sustainability, green living, we also realize that, you know, the most effective way to influence kids are through kids. So that is why from day one we actually want to have the kids to be online together with us to do the live together. But because due to MCO, so we are not able to carry out that initiative. But now that we are slowly going back to our normal lifestyle, I think it is time for us to actually continue or put our initiative to place, yeah. So that is why we are doing it effectively in March. All right, so if let's say for those of you who are interested, yeah, please let your daddy mommy know, so that they can actually register it with us and tell us that, you know, you are interested. In terms of who to come first, we will take it as first come first serve basis. Like if let's say we have someone that register with us first, then he or she will take the March slot, and then after that it will be the second one that register with us will take the April slot. Of course, if let's say there are a lot of response, positive response, then we will do probably 2 times in a month, means that we will have 2 kids in a month. But we will start small, means that we will take 1 kid at a month first, right? Okay, so I am getting very excited because I think our FB Live has already been contacted for almost, yeah, a year, because we started off, if I remember correctly, is May, yeah, Mother's Day last year, right? So that was our first FB Live that are hosted by ourselves. All right, of course we do have some FB Live that is in collaboration with other clients, which we host from their page, but the actual proper first FB Live hosted by Craft Space itself, yeah, is actually on Mother's Day. So it is almost coming to a year, and we hope that the kids have learned something, yeah, so that now it is the time for them to contribute, yeah, and to test, in a sense, their creativity to come up with, you know, something. Now, there is no right and wrong when it comes to creativity, yeah. So that is why don't worry when you say, that, oh, you know, I'm not sure whether my kids can do it. Trust me, they can, yeah. All they need is an opportunity to shine and to perform and to do it. So that is what also we hope to see our next generation to be more outspoken, yeah, more creative, and at the same time they can think out of the box rather than just always studies and also you know, revision exams. So they also need time to relax, yeah. So while they relax, let's try to let them do something that is more beneficial for themselves, at the same time for the environment. All right, so let's hope that there will be a lot of participation or interested kids that want to join us. So if let's say you want to join us, don't worry. If let's say you are not able to come up with some ideas, we will discuss on the ideas. If let's say initially you are not able to come up with some ideas, okay? We are here to help. That is our job. All right. So hopefully I will see names after this. So we will inform you personally via WhatsApp when we have decided who to come first. Yeah, at the same time, we will give you the topic. All right. I hope you have enjoyed the session today. And for those of you who are also celebrating World Pangolin Day, so I hope that you can find more information online about pangolins. Yeah. At the same time, I hope you will enjoy the remaining of the weekends together. Yeah. Monday will be another school day, so hopefully you are ready. Yeah. All right. So I will see you next week. My name is Joey. I am from CraftSpace. Until we meet again next week. Bye.